Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm going to be talking about my recent experience with Talking Changes. If you guys don't know, I've spoken a little bit about Talking Changes, but basically they are a company that are basically there to help support people and provide cognitive behavioural therapy to those in need of it. So I struggle a lot with my mental health. I've not been shy to discuss this. Basically, that's what Talking Changes do. They provide CBT. I know sometimes mistakes happen, things go wrong, they forget about something or whatever. You know, sometimes things just don't go to plan for whatever reason. And that's fine, we're only human. But this has now happened a few times and I'm getting really irritated at it. And not only that, but it is stressing me out a lot as well. Let me just start off with some positives about Talking Changes, because I've been with Talking Changes for almost a year now at this point, and I have gone from the low intensity CBT treatment, which was an online course that I did for, I think it was 6 weeks, and that was really helpful. And they were really great with me on that low intensity course. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Unfortunately, after the low intensity course finished, that's when I began to feel like they had completely forgotten about me. The waiting list originally to move on to the medium intensity CBT treatment, I was originally told that that waiting list was about 2 months. And I thought, okay, I can wait 2 months as long as I implement what the low intensity CBT sessions taught me. I should be fine for a couple of months. But it ended up being, I believe, 6 or 7 months, this waiting list. And during that time, they didn't contact me. I got no phone calls, no emails, no nothing. My mental health during that period of time decreased massively. And I was in, one of the lowest points that I'd been for quite some time during that waiting period, even though I was trying my best to implement some of the techniques that they had given me in the low intensity treatment sessions. It just wasn't enough at that point. But finally, the news came that I was to start the medium intensity CBT sessions. And these sessions would last between 6 to 8 weeks. And then it was recommended that I continue on to the high intensity treatment courses. I mean, what else can I say other than I was incredibly nervous. My low intensity course was all online, so starting this medium intensity course where I would be actually face to face with somebody, getting myself out of the house every week, it was a big, and it still is a big thing for me. I completed 5 sessions with some issue, but things were okay. I was attending the sessions. I think 1 week I couldn't make the appointment, so I cancelled it, no problem whatsoever. But the problems started to arise, like I said, about 2/3 of the way through the medium intensity treatment plan. Like I said, these are meant to be 6 to 8 sessions, and I was recommended by my therapist that I would have 8 sessions of treatment. So 8 weeks, every Wednesday was my day to go. My appointment started off at 3 p.m, which I wasn't overly happy with. I would have rather have had it as an earlier appointment, but if that was all they could do, that was all they could do. It was fine. It's better for my anxiety and my other mental health if I have early appointments. If I have an afternoon appointment or an evening appointment, I spend the entire day worrying and thinking about that appointment. So earlier is best for me, but I know that I can't always have my own way. I can't always get what I want, that's not how the world works, and that's fine. So the sessions were 3 p.m. I did that for 3 weeks. And then, because I was due to start college, as many of you will know if you follow this channel, I recently started college, and that's a whole, new adventure and journey for me in terms of my mental health. But I was due to start college, and so I requested that we could change my weekly appointment time from 3 p.m to 11 a.m. I was given the opportunity to let them know, or let my therapist know rather, what time of the day suited me. And I thought, great, do it about 11 o'clock in the morning. So it's not too early, but it's not too late. And, you know, it seemed great. This is the first kind of miscommunication, or I don't really know how to class it, but it was perhaps an error, a miscommunication, I don't know. But every week on a Tuesday, so the day before my appointments, I would get a text reminder sent to my mobile phone reminding me of my appointment. So that week, technically when my appointments should have started at 11 as opposed to 3, I went at 3 because my text reminder of my appointment told me that my appointment was at 3 o'clock. So then I get there and my therapist said that she's really sorry, she didn't input the change of time for the sessions into the system. So the week after that rolls around and my text reminder comes through and it said that my appointment was at 11 a.m. Perfect, no bother. I went to the appointment, everything was, you know, hunky-dory. Then the week after that rolls around and again we had another issue. So I get my text reminder and the text says that my appointment is at 3 o'clock. I ignored it and I arrived at 11 a.m. We had the appointment, all was good. At the end of that appointment, I was told that if 11:30 was okay, then that would be better for my therapist. And I thought, okay, that's fine. The next week rolls around and my appointment text reminder comes through and it says that my appointment is at 3 p.m. I'd been told so many times in my head, 3 different times, 11, 11:30 and 3 p.m. So this is when I started to get a little bit confused, stressed out. I didn't know what to do for my appointment, so I gave Talking Changes a message on Facebook Messenger. I don't like to ring people, okay? And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, just pick up the phone, give them a call, they'll tell you straight away what the deal is with your appointments. It's not that simple for somebody like myself. I find it very, very difficult to get on the phone and ring people. I only do it if I really have to, and even then, I really despise doing it. I shake throughout the whole thing. It's a nightmare, basically, long story short. So I tend not to ring people if I can get away with it. And previously, when I had messaged them on Facebook Messenger, they got back to me straight away, no bother. And so I thought that, you know, it was cool to communicate with them via Facebook Messenger. I messaged them and I will show you the message now. And this message reads, "Hello, I have an appointment tomorrow and for the last few weeks the appointment time has been moved from 3 p.m. to 11. Since my appointment was cancelled last week and I just got a reminder message saying that my appointment is at 3 p.m. I'm not sure what time my appointment is scheduled for. I'm thinking it is either a 11:30 or 11, but I'd just like to double check as I wouldn't want to turn up at the wrong time." And I heard nothing back at all. Like every single time you message Talking Changes or any company on social media, you will get an immediate automated response. "Oh, hi so-and-so, thanks for messaging us, we'll get back to you as soon as we can." Something along those lines. I didn't know what to do. I was confused, I was getting stressed out, I didn't know what to do for the best. For some reason, they had stopped responding to me via Messenger, so that wasn't really helping either. The week after that rolls around and it's a Tuesday, and this is obviously the day that I would usually receive my text reminder message about my appointment. I got no text reminder message about my appointment and I freaked out. So I dropped them another message and I basically, you know, I'll pop it up on the screen for you. This is what I said. "Hello, I messaged last week about the time of my appointment as times keep changing and it was confusing to me but received no reply. So I missed last week's appointment. I haven't received a text reminder at all for this week, so can you please tell me if I have an appointment booked for today?" And obviously, just like last time, my therapist's name and everything is just scribbled out there. And obviously at this point, I'm extremely confused. Have they taken me off the system? What have they done? They're not communicating with me. Since recording this video, I've had no calls from them, I've had no letters from them, no emails, no Facebook Messenger responses, no nothing. So it's really hard for me to gauge what is going on. Like I feel stressed out just talking about it. I went on their Facebook page and it seems like a lot of people have been leaving bad reviews for Talking Changes. So it's clear to me that things need to change. Now, I will say this, I understand completely that the NHS are struggling. I know that there's not a lot of funding for anything, never mind mental health. Unfortunately, this has not been the only thing that I've had a problem with when it comes to Talking Changes and my therapist. My therapist has said a few times when I've been at my appointments that I will mail you this thing out. So at one point, for example, I was meant to start filling out a diary, and in that diary I was meant to hold all of my thoughts, all of my feelings, when certain situations would arise in my personal life that would trigger my mental health. So I was waiting for that in the post. It never came. And that has happened a few times. Things like, just little things like, oh well, I'll send this out to you in the mail, and nothing ever comes. I never get any kind of proper letter confirmation of my appointments, anything like that. There's just a real lack of communication, I feel, within Talking Changes. So I guess that I'm going to stop blabbering on because I feel like this video has gone on forever. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I do appreciate it. If you have had any problems or any experiences, good or bad, with Talking Changes, let me know in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave it a thumbs up. If you're new here, make sure to go and click on that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I very much hope to see you in my next video.